Good evening and thanks for watching KJCT News 8 at 10. I'm Matt Vanderveer.
And I'm Alicia Gentile.
Up for discussion during this legislative session, Colorado could become the first state to require background checks for people that work for youth sports organizations and certain types of volunteers.
While there's already quite a few child-based programs in the Grand Valley that require background checks, the measure would make this precaution universal. KJCT News 8's Lindsay Polaris joins us live in the studio with more. Lindsay.
Alicia, Matt, the Colorado State Senate began work on the proposal earlier today to address the growing concerns about sex abuse in youth sports leagues out of schools. Grand Valley moms say they're on board with the legislation because there's nothing more important than the safety of their kids.
Everybody that works with kids should have to have a background check.
After working in the child care industry for more than 10 years, Mindy knows the comfort a background check can bring to parents.
I always tried to make my parents feel really comfortable about what I was doing, who I was, and that I was there to take good care of their kids.
Work on a proposal requiring background checks for people working in youth sports organizations began on Wednesday in the Senate. Even though the measure is still in the works, Grand Valley youth programs in and outside of the sports world are ahead of the game. Mesa County Partners is just one example.
It is very important and the least that we could do in opening our doors and providing a safe program to the kids and families that we serve.
If passed, the measure would also extend to volunteers of any organization that goes on overnight trips with kids.
I believe that even caregivers for the elderly need background checks, so why not our children?
Initial concerns with the proposal include funding. Programs like Mesa County Partners say background checks are worth their weight in gold.
It costs us about $50 a person, a volunteer or an employee, to do the background checks. It is something that we feel the benefits far outweigh the cost.
Some mothers say there's no dollar amount you can put on the well-being of your children.
Anything could happen to your kids, and you want to make sure that they're safe.
Youth organizations in town that already require background checks for their employees and volunteers include Mesa County Partners, Pop Warner Football, the Mesa County Junior Football Association, and Grand Junction Parks and Rec. To resolve the funding issue, some programs include an initial registration fee that goes towards the cost of staff background checks. Reporting live, Lindsay Polaris, KJCT News 8.
All right, Lindsay, thank you very much. We reached out to other parents on whether they would oppose background checks for youth programs, but we're not able to find any.
Colorado legislators expect to see some opposition for the proposal from private sports leagues that typically are not government mandated to do background checks for the staff.
Now let's check